Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Hard Drive 32, a channel dedicated to reviving love of 32-bit generation of games by kind of making art and games for them. So, been out for a week, gonna be out oh, here again soon for a little vacation, which is very much needed. Had to take off last week because I got a terrible head cold, which a lot of people are getting, and it was awful top of everything else. So still kind of stressed, still super down, but not gonna let that stop me from doing some streaming today and work on some art stuff. So a little update. Probably gonna move the channel to being Monday, Wednesday, Friday for live streams, and Tuesday, Thursday. I'm still gonna be working on stuff, but I gonna make Monday, Wednesday, Friday just pure art, just art only. Because honestly, it's the most fun to watch, most fun to do, and so I'm going to kind of separate that out. And Tuesday, Thursday, I'm going to continue, teaching myself some of the programming stuff and all those kind of things. And once I get to a point where I'm working on the project proper, then I'll probably do some like straight up just dev streams and that kind of thing. That's a little update on the status. So kind of these streams are going to be focused on art and having fun and just practice my style and getting a little bit better as time goes along. And we'll see how that goes. Sorry if I sniffle a whole bunch on the stream like that. Sucks. I hate it. I'm slowly getting better. And we'll try to stream for like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours today. It goes from there. And yeah. See if there's any audio issues. Feel free to tell me in chat. I've done some updates on some things. Uh, and as far as like adjusted some background audio as well as like this mic audio. And you might see me occasionally checking my phone just because of like how busy life is at the moment and stuff. But yeah, thanks for being here. Uh, Today we're gonna try to mix two things together. So there is the artist Hideki Ishikawa who did all sorts of cool Mega Man, Capcom, Pokemon, those kind of things. And I'll go ahead and kind of show off his style in previous things, but let me pop it up now. He's got a really cool style that's very volume based. His characters are like spheres, cylinders, like very definite like shapes. And you'll see what I'm talking about here in just a second. Inspo. All right, let me bring over this like image here. So this image I'm going to show you is a character called Tronbon from Mega Man Legends, PS1 title. Uh, and you'll see what I'm talking about with just like the crazy shapes that he puts with his characters. And what's particularly awesome about this style is it works great for 32-bit games because PlayStation, Sega Saturn, they couldn't do a lot as far as polygon count goes. So you really need character silhouettes to stand out and be, really have a lot of character to them. So having characters that are very geometric almost helps a lot to bring out their personality and make them legible and visible even when the polygon count on those older games is really low. So like this character Trombone, he loves to do hairstyles with like just definite shapes and all that. Pretty wild and interesting. And the artist I'm going to be doing today has this crazy manga called Chainsaw Man. It's really popular kind of in the manga scene, the Japanese comic scene. And it's one of those, it's on the cusp of being like a massive hit. They have an anime coming out here before too long. And so, uh, yeah, I love it. It's a wild thing. I'll show you it. It's got crazy art. Final inspo image for you guys. Show you what I'm talking about. And what we're going to try to do is combine the main character from it with that Hideki Ishikawa style because they're very different looking characters as you'll soon see. Yeah, the main character in it, his name's Denji, and he's the one I'm going to try to make today, and like the Hideki Ishikawa style. Let's see here. So Denji, where's a great? I'm trying to find myself a good photo that's not super crazy violent. Because I mean, the thing's called Chainsaw Man, but here you go. Zoom in on him. Yeah. Wild, wild manga. The basic premise of it is that the main character is fighting all these demons that are out in the world, and each of the demons are based on like a fear you might have. So, and how many people fear have that same fear, the stronger the demon is. So let's say there's a demon in it whose his powers is like typhoons and wind, and he's as powerful as people are scared of a typhoon. Or the one of the main villains, he's like the gun demon. It's how scared people are of just gun violence. It's pretty heavy stuff. What's crazy is it does have a lot of humor to counterbalance it. And our main character, he's got this chainsaw demon, and he's just taking out all of these bad demons in the world. And there's a lot of, there's both political commentary as well as just like being just a lot of really good action. Crazy looking thing. Um, and I thought that'd be wild to just see if I could pull off combining Ishikawa's very very simplified style with something like Chainsaw Man's, and see if I can also, if this goes well enough, I wouldn't mind trying to make him uh, into a old PlayStation 3D model and just do it as like an experiment to kind of learn how to do that process. So yeah, combining like this type of character with something like this. And I'll probably start with, so this is Denji, the main character on the left here in his monster form, his chainsaw form. But he looks like just a normal old dude who's in this mode. So I'll probably gather some like inspo and then take it from there and see if I can't mash up these two different wildly different things and see what we get here. So I'm gonna take me a second here and save some inspiration images. And I'll do it on a little off thing so that way nothing too crazy pops up. But yeah, it's a really good story with the basic premise of it. It's like Denji, the main character, had a really terrible childhood and kind of grew up like super duper poor and all these kind of things. And he finally gains his power and all these things, and he gets to have all the things he never had in life because people recognize how powerful this little chainsaw demon is. They bring him on to help him take out other demons, and they, reward him for doing so. And so you kind of have this poor kid who suddenly gets all these things. He's just like normal comforts of life, like having a house, having food, and the basic moral lesson of it is he keeps getting these things and then finding out he's just not that happy afterwards still. So it ends up being kind of a sweet story about self-love as well as loving others and then being happy with what you have and then you can kind of find happiness wherever you are. So despite how crazy that character is, get this, it runs in Shonen Jump, which is a kid's manga in Japan. So this Chainsaw Man runs in a kid's manga, despite how wild it looks. But whenever it comes out, like it's gonna be like I'm pretty dang sure it's gonna be on the level of like Attack on Titan or My Hero Academia. It's gonna be like really big. People are super duper excited because despite how crazy it is, it does kind of um, work for. They somehow balance it between kids and adults. Sorry for hitting my mic there. Get some good pictures of Denji. I'll start on his human form because that's like going to be the easiest thing to accomplish at first versus like his Chainsaw Man. And then what I'll do afterwards is I'll take the character design that I make a Chainsaw Man variant, and uh, start with the human 3D model and move on to the other one. Yeah. One of the crazy things that make this manga so good is it's just like the storytelling pacing in it is just it paces itself different than most other anime or manga. Like there's a certain buildup you expect, and at every turn it kind of changes it. And you guys, if you go on YouTube, you'll see a lot of stuff about Chainsaw Man, the manga, like about how brilliant and amazing it is. Super duper good. Dang, I am like trying to find my some photos. Finding tons of people's fan art and then finding like the actual legit works. Tough. Um, 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 um. Mm, mm, mm. Man, I almost want to pull some of these crazy colors they uses. The manga, I'll just pop it up. Manga has the craziest colors for its artwork. Cool. Okay. Let me get some music going here on my end. There we go. All right, switch back to desktop. Boom. The crazy images I got here. Just set up the artwork. Make sure I get the right document set up here. It's alright, guys. Yeah, if I'm a little down and a little bit quiet today, I'm just kind of not feeling my best. Not gonna give up though. Okay, so there's that one. Yeah, and the rest of this month is still gonna be just kind of crazy. For a little bit more, really July will be when things slow down a bit. And just a lot of little things I gotta take care of here in my personal life as well. Okay, I had this one last time. Right. Just for the heck of it, I'm probably gonna start. Yeah, I'm gonna start with just a quick study where I draw over this because it's been a while since I've done any drawing too. Pin. Yeah. Oh, part of the reason too I'm gonna do Monday, Wednesday, Friday is whenever I'm not having to do other work, like freelance work on Tuesday, Thursday, I'm gonna work on whew, it's running so laggy. I'm gonna work on some longer videos, like some story content videos. We'll see. That's better. Okay. Sure, my computer's running dandy. Okay. By the way, guys, Opera GX is so awesome. Let's see here. Go. Yeah. I'll be working a little bit slow while I get used to things again. Getting practice drawing heads. Weirdest character design in some regards. Definitely his pants that are like that. You know, the style I'm going for mine doesn't have to be exactly Ishikawa's either, so we'll see how it turns out, but this is a practice one. Just get me back in the flow. Drawing. Used to drawing these forms. Can't see his leg, but I assume that's where his leg's at. Nice cylinder for it. He does kind of like cylinders, and then afterwards defines their, like how muscular they are. Okay. There's a ball for their feet. Okay. Okay. See here. Woof. Music I was listening to was too crazy on Spotify. Yeah, back to it. Okay. Hmm. He draws his adult characters way different than his child characters. Which makes sense. Kids have way different proportions than adults. Probably classify this character as kind of a teenager, though. Let's move that aside. Let's do a practice. Okay. That for a second. Now I'll do a side-by-side one. A little extra practice here. Boom. There. Down through for the line of action. Let's go back on that. A little more exaggerated. So, a cylinder for the torso. Or sorry, egg for the torso. Which eggs I just generally don't recommend anyways. I kind of talked about this in previous streams. The fact that eggs don't have planes, they don't have defined sides that imply directionality. So let's actually not do this as a bunch of spheres, but something like that. Makes it better to indicate which way the character is facing and so forth. Not quite right. This leg is flowing through. And that leg goes backwards here. Yeah, push his back leg out further than the other drawing. That's fine, whatever. Oops. All good. This is quick practice before I move on to my Denji. What is? Just a practicing. Alright, let's move on here. Okay. Drink some more Monster Energy, get myself pep that way. Spill Monster Energy on my crotch. Now get me pumped and motivated. Yep. Okay. A little quick practice here. It's a symbol the inspiration shifts. Probably get a photo of Megaman in here. That's be like kind of proportionally what I'm gonna go for is like the way Mega Man looks. Yeah, let's use that. Okay. Boom. There's our Mega Man. Okay. Oh boy, Denji. I might even try to pull some more of his style of artwork. One thing he does is he's like kind of like nervous line work, lots of little line work. Pretty cool. Okay. There you go. Pretty simple little character design. It'd be really good to replicate him with this. Hmm. Okay, so Chainsaw Man and its bow there. Use these two Megamans. Might duplicate these to a new object or a new Photoshop document. I'll put it on my other monitor so we have more room to draw. Go. Pop that open over there. Make it easier for me to like look at them time to time. Let's see here. Kind of arranging things on my other monitor over here. Okay. Shoot. Let me do that. So doodles. And let's see here. I'm gonna go to my Pinterest here. I made a cool-ish pose. Ooh, man, that's kind of sick. I kind of love that. Let's just go with that. That works for Denji. He wears a pretty simple outfit too. He's just got like button-up white shirt. Mm, A7. All right, let's do this. I don't know how this is gonna go, guys, but we're gonna see how it goes. I'll probably do quite a few little doodles here. Let's do a practice, like pose. It's like this is probably not gonna be the final one I work on, but I wanna get the idea of how this pose is going here. This way. How's it going? It's like, oops. There we go. So this way. His spine runs like here, and it flows out here. So that's kind of line of action. Gotcha. So the line of action is and goes through, turns somewhere, lands somewhere out here. So the line of action isn't exactly where things are going. It's just giving you like a general flow of the figure. Very general flow. I want to push it even more if I can. It's like looking up here. Aiming here. Comes down. Yo. Let's warp that perspective. And what I do is I'm going to kind of form a character around this general flow. So, Ishikawa type of head, which is big. You got his characters have big old heads that have like very sharp features, and if they're young-ish, it's like that. Neck, big old cylinder. Another thing I would say is like my character is gonna have a little bit shortened. Oops, like that. Like so. The leg comes out, it's down. Back here. Oops. Be a little bit smaller because it's hidden back there. So it'll be a little bit bigger, but it goes back so you don't see it. This is perfect because the character Denji like almost always has his hands in his pockets. Oh, because the artist doesn't like drawing hands, like any one of us don't like drawing hands. Probably want to, right now I'm just doing them as cylinders, but there's kind of some foreshortening I'm missing here. I'm going to go back over on the next one and do some better foreshortening. All good though. So I'll play around with this, see what we got. Yeah, his pose is kind of dead. Gotta work on it. What I mean by dead is it's just not very natural at the moment. Doesn't feel alive. Just got movement. Unlike that one on the left, which is like super duper actiony. Okay. Let's see what we can do different. One, let's do a quick. I'm gonna do a quick draw over on the other one. See what we're actually looking at here. Boom, boom. Gotcha. It's kind of like his belly button tucks in a bit before it rotates around. You got the bucket, which is where the hip bones and all that sit. Okay, I'm missing a lot of foreshortening. Gotcha, that's a big thing. What's going on here? Yeah, I'm gonna have to work on that. So bad. It's all right. Best to get the basics of the pose right, otherwise everything else just kind of falls apart. You're kind of like carving from stone in a lot of ways. And so whenever I get the basics of the shape and volumes, I'm just kind of removing from it. Remove this from here. So I can see the basics of what I'm dealing with. A little bit smaller with these lines. Mega Boy arms. Got these inspo images on my left I'm kind of working from too. Um, Outside, when you're new, you gotta draw so slow. And this is like a stage I can still change things afterwards, but I do want to be a little more conscious about what I'm drawing here. Hmm. Looking at his characters, he likes to do short upper legs and longer bottom legs. Let's move this aside too. So there's more room. This is looking a little bit better so far. Not gonna worry necessarily about foreshortening just yet. It's just more up and out. This is better. There's some problems here I gotta adjust, but this is closer. Boom, boom. So one thing is the hands aren't like technically the way it's working, his hands wouldn't be able to get to his pockets on his right arm. So the links to adjust that. Rejaw. This is getting really close though. It's getting closer. Okay. One bigger in his head. That's a Mega Man character. Push this up. Slightly more upwards. No worries, I'll give him cheeks afterwards too. But shoulders here. These shoulders are pushed back. And these ones are broader. They're okay, so eh, eh. Can't make his can't make his hips too wide, otherwise it becomes a lady. Okay. Out further, get more interesting. Cylinder. Probably thin this arm out too. Just how his characters are. They have super thin arms. Hips aiming down. This goes like pinch. This should go like pinch, pinch. Something like that, actually. Interesting. Pinch, pinch. Goes out more. Dude's on the move. I don't. I'm using his bait, this base image, but I don't have to follow it exactly. Whatever. Worry about the feet later. Thing I hate the most. Undrawing his feet. the bases here. Make this nice and big. So it's easier to draw. Okay. Add another inspo image here. I'm working. Hmm. Well, hairlines right here. Probably going to combine a bit of the two styles here. Capture Denji's eyes here. Hmm. Hmm. Denji got those sharp teeth. Doing, you'd be definitely doing drawovers of this, let me tell you. Okay. Sorry guys, this isn't very good, but that's what it is. He's already improved a lot just doing the second draft, which is good. Yeah, I nearly gave up. I need not give up, even when you're super depressed. Don't give up. All right, this head needs to be bigger. That's just the way a Mega Boy is. Not too big though. One thing is, he always has his tie badly made. So it's like a square knot, and then just like loosely hangs. Something I have to work with. And goes down. He never has his shirt correctly made. So it's like crumpled and always does an accidental French tuck, aka shirt came loose always on one side. That is how Denji rolls. Interesting thing is like Chainsaw Man has kind of a pretty detailed art style, or just a lot of line work, I should say. I'm having to like really reduce how this character looks for the other guy's artwork. That's okay. all this body's gonna get draw over before I'm done, let me tell you. But we wanna get some of the basics here. Hmm. That's early. I'm just gonna call it for there for now. Readjust his face. Readjust everything. Uh, Sorry today was kind of odd stream. This kind of is what it is. Life's been kind of tough at the moment, and that's okay. Just gonna keep working on stuff. Take it from here. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. My hard drive 32, and maybe me being down is like it's a nice relaxing voice, like a Bob Ross, but probably more pep and cheer as the week goes on. For now, though, hope you guys have a really good Monday. Check us out on Instagram at harddrive32. Thanks for being here, and I'm gonna wish you guys all the best. All right, chat with you later.